But this time it would not be that cakewalk because of so many complex reasons. One, KCR's image has started waning down. All sudden, Revant is rash, and Revant came from very suspicious backgrounds and all that. And this money for vote case is also there. That case is still going on. But all said and done, he brought dynamism to the Congress. After all this, KCR may come back. In every village, they are setting up some Shivaji statue or RSS Shaka or whatever. In the last 10 years or 15 years, starting from the Telangana movement, BJP started gaining ground.
Let's say Naidu comes out and he then doesn't want to align with the BJP. What happens to Pawan Kalyan?
Chandrababu Naidu, if coming out, he will take a out and out position against BJP.
Hello and welcome to No Filter with Dhanya Rajendran. It's Telangana elections with TNM. Joining us today is someone who's been a journalist for more than 40 years, Mr. Veekshanam Venugopal. I decided I have to come and interview you to get perspective about Telangana elections and the politics in Andhra Pradesh. How do you look at these elections? For example, this is a year where you will have the Congress and the BRS as primary competitors, but you also have the BJP, the BSP and a lot of other parties in the foray.
See, this is going to be a very interesting election because two times, 2014 and 2018, TRS won hands down and there was no problem at all.
BRS.
Yeah, at that time it was TRS.
Yes.
But this time it would not be that cakewalk because of so many complex reasons. One, KCR's image has started waning down, and so that is almost it's coming to an end. And then corruption charges. In 2018 it was not so much, though there was corruption by that time. People were giving some chance to the TRS and they were saying, okay, he has taken some money, but that's not an issue. He has built up Telangana image and all that. And he brought water, so many. But now that is not like that. People did not get anything and this family got so much. This kind of dichotomy is visible to everybody because KCR's fortunes, KTR's fortunes, Kavita's fortunes are everywhere to be seen, and their benamis, at least a dozen names are in the air saying that they are the benamis of this family. And then Congress, mostly after Bharat Jodo went through Telangana and Rahul Gandhi left some impression on at least 3-4 districts. And in spite of internal squabbles in Congress, in spite of there are 5 chief minister candidates, 5 or 6 chief minister candidates fighting each other, Congress image has grown up and I think it's going up. Elections are now 2 months or less than 2 months now. The other factors, BJP was never a force to reckon with in Telangana. In old Hyderabad state, they were not there. Arya Samaj was there. Some of the Arya Samaj people joined RSS and RSS was not there. And they used to have 1 or 2 MLAs. One was in Parkala Jangareddy. He used to get elected on his own image but not RSS image or Jansang's image. Post 80s, Bharatiya Janata Party, when it renamed itself, it came to be known as a landlords party in Telangana. Most of the landlords from Velma and Reddy caste or some Brahmins, they used to be with RSS and BJP. And when we were students, all the students from lower classes, that is BCs, used to be with RSU or PDSU or SFI or ASF. And landlords' children would be with ABVP. There was a clear distinction. But during the Telangana movement, separate statehood movement, BJP started making inroads. BJP became a respectable party. BJP's image as landlord's party started reducing, and BC started joining the party. Now it has become a BC party. Most of the BCs are with BJP. And in every village, they are setting up some Shivaji statue or RSS Shaka or whatever. In the last 10 years or 15 years, starting from the Telangana movement, BJP started gaining ground. But even then, except in a few pockets like Nalgonda, like Mahbubnagar, like Baisa, where Muslim population is there and there has been a history of communal clashes, particularly in Baisa, in Adilabad, there BJP started gaining some ground. Even then, in the 119 seats, at the most, they will have 2,000 to 5,000 votes in every constituency. Maybe in 5 constituencies, they have their vote bank more than they can get the deposit. In the last time, they lost deposit in 100 seats. Out of 119, they lost deposit in 100. Even this time, at the most, they may get 2 or 3 seats. It will not cross single digit. So BJP, though it is there, it can only help split anti-government vote. It will not help BJP. Then BSP is there. BSP in United Andhra Pradesh in 94-95 period, BSP was a big force to reckon with, and Kanshiram came here, and they almost thought before elections, 94 elections, they thought BSP was going to come to power. But it failed miserably, and after that BSP never revived. Only after R.S. Praveen Kumar joined BSP, after he quit his position as police officer, and he was with education also, he held a huge meeting in Nalgonda. That was attended by 2 lakhs people or 3 lakhs people. It was a big meeting. And for 1 to 3 months, that euphoria continued. After that, there have been so many questions on the role he played when he was a police officer, the role he played when he was in charge of education. And his constituency is not as much as 1 year ago. So BSP is also can be a vote splitter, but cannot be a winner in many.
The point that you made, that I'm going to club the first 2 points you made, which is KCR's image is waning and that there are corruption allegations. But the thing is, corruption, these are only allegations, or you could even say speculation, gossip. There are no cases against. Of course, there is one inquiry against Kavita by the ED in the Delhi liquor scam. But other than that, there is nothing to really pinpoint that the corruption happened, right? Nothing so far, no investigation by agencies, or I think the media has happened here. And second, is corruption itself a big issue for Indians? Because many times we have seen political parties winning despite corruption charges against them.
Yeah, you are right. But see, who will implicate him in a case? Which agencies? Central agencies. He had a relation with BJP and he is known to be B team for BJP, and BJP will never even raise the old cases. See, when he was Central Labour Minister, he had a deal with Sahara Airlines, Sahara Group, and with that alone, it seems he got 1,000 crores. It was 700 crores or something like that. That was in 2004-05.
Again, an allegation at that time.
Yeah, allegation at that time. See, all these can be on people like that kind of a high stature. Nobody would file a case and cases would not be there. But by 2-3 parameters, you can judge whether their properties have gone up in substantial manner, and 2, whether the projects which they have undertaken can be calculated on reasonable terms, and what is the actual cost and how it is inflated. Kaleshwaram is inflated like that. Kaleshwaram, starting from a 38,000 crore project, went up to 80,000 crore, and from there to 1.4 lakh crore. Which is, see, when 38,000 crore project was made, he said, I am redesigning the project. Redesigning was only 10 to 15%, not more than that. You can add 10 to 15% to 38,000 crore. If 38,000 crore was a reasonable figure, reasonable calculation. But from 38 to 80 is almost doubling. So it's not 200% or 100% redesigning. And even that 80,000 he did not stick. It went up. So that for sure there might be some corruption.
But again, what I'm saying is this remains in the realm of allegation, right? For example, when the 2G scam happened, the DMK was impacted by it because there was a case and DMK leaders were arrested. And despite that, I mean, taking other examples, there have been so many times when political parties have won, despite cases being there, despite arrests.
That's what I'm saying. See, after all this, corruption may not be a big issue and he will win. But his image has gone down. That's one thing. And two, recently a research organization, a poll research organization has done a survey in Telangana villages. 40 MLAs in the people's opinion were known to be corrupt, were known to be amassing money, and they will not come back again. People said we won't vote them for one question, how is your performance of your MLA? And for another question, who is going to be the CM? They said KCR would be the CM. So that means there is a mixed opinion. One on corruption or on popular image, there is a deficit, clear deficit. But KCR's image as a Telangana champion and Telangana votary, that has not made. So he will come back. He may come back, but with lessened image.
But the BRS can always say that we brought in schemes like the Dalita Bandhu. Even Kaleshwaram has given water to so many people. And they are very proud of certain projects, right? And they keep talking about it. So do you think even if everyone who was supposed to get benefits didn't get, there is one section which did, and those people in turn would vote for the party?
That element is there. For example, Dalita Bandhu. Dalita Bandhu helped a section or co-opted a section of Dalits into BRS. But that is only 10 to 15% of Dalit population, not more than that. And the rest of the people, maybe half of them are hoping for, okay, we will also get next year or further down the line. But half of the people have become dissenters to this policy itself. So though they have become, they are going against the government. That's how in every policy, there is a small section of beneficiaries. There is a section of who will hope for the benefit in the future. But there is a large section which is against the policy itself or which is against the government itself. So that way, each and every policy, whatever may be their claims, whatever may be their understanding of the projects, but at least a major chunk of population is dissatisfied with the projects.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was in Telangana, said that KCR reached out to him to be a part of the National Democratic Alliance, which KCR's family has denied very staunchly. Do you believe that KCR can go to the NDA at some point? And
KCR, as characteristically, is very, very opportunist. Throughout his life, starting from Sanjay Vichar Manch days in mid-70s, he did anything. He has no compunction to do this. This is in principle, I am against this, I will not do. He has not proved to be a principled person. He was with Sanjay Vichar Manch, then moved to Congress, then moved to Telugu Desam. In Telugu Desam gave him lift and he became minister and he became MLA and all that. And he himself claims, even KTR also last week was claiming that he is a very he is fond of NTR, and that's why he named his son as Tarak Ramarao. But he was the first person to associate with Chandrababu Naidu when Chandrababu Naidu made this palace coup and backstabbed NTR. So that means he doesn't have a principle to go with somebody or go against somebody.
But what about secularism? We haven't seen any.
He is most religious person among all the politicians in India, and he himself claimed that.
But that doesn't make him not secular.
Secular, if you go by the actual meaning of the secularism, it should be distant from religion, not equidistant. And he himself said that who is more Hindu than me? Who is more Hindutva than me? And that day, his own newspaper, Namaste Telangana, carried a full, from top to bottom picture of him with all Hindu attire. And he had conducted so many yagas and yajnas. And when he was first elected as chief minister, he asked Chinnajiyar Swami, the Vaishnavite guru, to sit on the chair first, and then only he sat. So he cannot be called a secular person. He is most religious. He may not be communal. He may not be communal.
But that itself will be a block for him to go with the NDA, right? Because you're saying he's not communal.
No,
maybe I should have rephrased the question.
No. Actually, in BJP, in the last 9 years, whatever policy BJP brought at the center, he was the first person to support that. GST bill, Telangana Assembly was the first assembly to pass the bill. On a Sunday, he held the assembly and passed the GST bill. From there, even farmers' bill, in the first phase, he supported that. And when Delhi went on fire, he started opposing. So that means he is an opportunist. He will go with anything from left, center, to this end to that end.
No, but supporting policies of the government is very different from sharing power. Then your whole image changes, right? Because the minorities, the Muslims who have been voting for you could then look back at you differently, right?
No, here Muslim, he doesn't have this fear of Muslim backlash, because he thinks OIC is the whole monopoly over Muslims, and OIC is in the pocket of Modi and KCR. So he thinks that Muslim backlash will not come.
Okay, that is another allegation we'll come to later. But I want to ask about the Congress.
Yeah.
They have a new president, not new, but they brought Revanth Reddy as a president. Yeah. Has there been any change? Because all that I read is about infighting and people against Revanth Reddy or Revanth Reddy against people. But how do you think the Congress has mobilized even a little bit support on their behalf?
See, all said and done, Revanth is rash, and Revanth came from very suspicious backgrounds and all that. And this money for vote case is also there. Case is still going on. But all said and done, he brought dynamism to the Congress. Before him, Congress was not dynamic. At least from 2009 onwards, Congress was never a party to be reckoned. Post Revanth, that image has changed. But Congress has so many weaknesses within, and at least there are 5-6 chief minister candidates. Each will pull the other's leg.
But can even Revanth revive the Congress?
Not because of Revanth, but because of Congress High Command and because of Bharat Jodo. And now it is being reported that Shiv Kumar is going to come and Priyanka is going to come. With all this, not because of Revanth, but because of so many other factors, Revanth's dynamism will also add to that. But not just because of Revanth.
But you still think that there is no way the Congress can walk away with these elections?
No. After all this, KCR may come back.
Okay. Yeah. What about the BJP? There's so much attention that the BJP is putting onto Telangana. Prime Minister Amit Shah, and we are hearing that all the big guns of the BJP will be here campaigning. They did try a lot with the Bhagya Lakshmi temple controversy. That's a temple which the BJP claims there was a masjid there, and then a temple was built. They also tried a lot with that Bandi Sanjay's Yatra, right? Why is the BJP's normal mode of bringing all the Hindus together and sort of communalizing not working in Telangana?
No, historically, Telangana is not a communal state, and it's not easy to provoke communal feelings here, because since 13th, 14th century, it has been under Muslim rule. Even under Muslim rule, there was no known Hindu-Muslim clashes, and one of the Muslim kings was even respected by Telugu literates and Telugu people, as his name was Mulk Ibrahim, and he was called Malki Baramudu. So that way, that kind of syncretic culture was there. That's one reason. And second, BJP's image as a landlord's party. And third, at least there are 5-6 places where Muslim population is considerable, and everywhere they tried to stoke these communal feelings, but they were not able to do that. In Nalgonda, they were somewhat successful. In Baisa, they were successful, but not in other places. There are many other places where Muslim population is there. Old City has become a monopoly of MIM, and earlier when Narendra was there, Narendra and senior OIC, Asad's father was there, both of them used to control Old City. After Narendra's death, and Narendra from RSS, he joined TRS first. He was one of the founders of TRS. After that, RSS lost control over even that small portion. Now it is completely MIM. So where is BJP's ground? BJP is trying a lot, and with Bandi Sanjay, again just like Revant, they brought some dynamism. Bandi Sanjay was very rash, and he used to abuse people, and because of that,
does.
Yeah, because of that, there was, any abuser will get some image among youth, and youth started getting attracted towards that. But suddenly he was removed, and a soft person like Kishan Reddy was brought in at that place. And some people think that this is again a game plan of BJP and BRS, because Sanjay is giving much image. And any day BJP does not want Congress to win Telangana. Even TRS is better. Let TRS win. So they allowed TRS to continue. That's why they changed Bandi Sanjay. And Bandi Sanjay was going too much. He was exceeding his brief. So with a brief, Kishan was sent in.
But what about brand Modi? For example, in Karnataka, the BJP's calculation was that if Narendra Modi comes and campaigns, there are many constituencies which will change. I don't know if it worked this time because there was a wave for the Congress, but in Bengaluru, for example, the brand Modi does work. And the talk of development which the BJP gives, right? Narendra Modi came here and he has promised a turmeric board. So communalism aside, the promises that Narendra Modi makes and the development promises that BJP brings in, will that help them?
Yeah, that may help urban middle class youth, but not common people. Because this turmeric board has been in the news for the last 10 years. Everybody promised. Nobody made any change. Even today, people are thinking that 9 years you have not done this. Now you are making another promise. This is only an election promise, and we are not ready to believe. Because in Nizamabad, Kavita lost and the BJP person won based on this demand only, this slogan only. That slogan was not fulfilled. So even now, Modi's promise may not hold water. But the kind of development arguments, development slogans, maybe IT youth and urban youth in general, they may fall for it. But anyway, in Telangana, Modi's image was never In the last 10 years, he came many times, at least 20 times. Every time BJP used to bring 1 lakh people or 2 lakhs people, but it never made any impact in any election.
So why do you think Telangana behaves a bit different that way? For example, Tamil Nadu, we talk about a Dravidian movement.
Yeah.
In Kerala, it is the left which has brought in the culture. So, like for example, when we debate Udayanidhi's take on Sanatana Dharma, a lot of people who live in the northern states cannot understand how people in the south differentiate Hindutva, Hinduism and Sanatana Dharma. Where do people of Telangana stand in this?
No, Telangana has seen. Telangana in popular memory or collective memory, Telangana armed struggle memories are continuing. Fighting against injustice, defying the state, defying the government. That has been there. And then Naxalite movement. That was also very strong for 30 years. Then came Telangana's state separate movement. In all these three movements, the anti-establishment views, anti-government views, or views against injustice, that has been a dominant theme throughout. Even now, BJP and Modi are seen as establishment if compared to KCR and Modi. Compared to KCR and his own governance, KCR is also seen as anti-establishment. So that way, I think for parliamentary politics, it will go against Modi, certainly. Here, there is a lot of resentment, but because of lack of alternative and because of Congress not giving any confidence, KCR maybe.
No, but I want to ask about this whole the Hindutva debate itself. In that, like I said, Tamil Nadu has the Dravidian movement, Kerala has the left movement, which sort of makes them question religion in a certain way, right? How come Telangana also behaves very differently from what Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh would?
No, because of the communist movement and Naxalite movement and post-Naxalite movement or part of the Naxalite movement, even Dalit and Bahujan consciousness is growing. And because of these things, anti-Hindutva, anti-Manuvada, if not Hindutva, at least anti-Manuvada feelings are very strong. That may be one of the reasons why BJP and RSS could not make inroads in Telangana. It has been there from 40s onwards, 1940s onwards. So that continues.
I just want to quickly move to Andhra Pradesh now because you do know that politics well. Naidu in jail. How do you think this will help or impact the TDP and the YSRCP?
See, YSRCP is completely banking on its own welfare schemes. And people at the ground say, these welfare schemes are there, it's okay, but many people are getting money through volunteers and all that. But the image of a corrupt politician, that has not changed. And two, people are taking these welfare schemes as their own right, not somebody's dole and somebody's charity. So that way, this complete dependence on welfare schemes will not give any good results to Jagan. That's one feeling. Second is sudden this arrest and case. Everybody thinks that it is only a vindictiveness, but it's not true. Whether it is true or not, that's a different matter. But vindictive attitude of the YSRCP is shown. That's how Chandrababu Naidu suddenly started getting sympathy. He did not get that kind of a sympathy even when there was an attempt on his life in Alipiri, but now suddenly he started getting. Only thing is, there is nobody to cash that sympathy. The party is not structured that way, and again they brought in family members only, not any senior politician is visible. So maybe because of the opposition built up over last 10 years, last 5 years, will see Jagan out of power and TDP may get more seats. But just before his arrest, people were thinking, ruling party is in favor of BJP, two opposition parties are also in favor of BJP. So everybody, treasury and opposition, everybody is in favor of BJP. But post arrest, that equation changed.
How was that equation changed?
Because BJP did not help Chandrababu Naidu, and everybody feels, whether it is true or not, everybody feels that Jagan had blessings of BJP in arresting
Naidu.
So that way also Chandrababu Naidu gained a point. So now he is not with BJP. BJP is not with him. Post Jagan's period, TDP's image as Kamma party became predominant over every other image. Whereas TDP, when in United Andhra Pradesh, was seen as a BC party. N.T. Ramarao allowed many BCs to join. All the other parties were before that Reddy parties and Velmar, Kamma parties. This became a BC party. But post 2019 elections, Jagan's consistent effort was to show TDP as a Kamma party. TDP works for only Kamma interests. That percolated to some sections of the people. And that may be one reason why people did not protest this arrest. And one reason maybe, which is true, because Chandrababu Naidu, since 94, 95 onwards, Chandrababu Naidu's image, part of his image has been that he is pro-World Bank, pro-MNC, pro-corruption, so he will take. So nobody disbelieves this charge.
What happens to my last question on Andhra Pradesh? Like you said, the opposition and the ruling party are in favor of the BJP. Let's say Naidu comes out and he then doesn't want to align with the BJP. What happens to Pawan Kalyan? Because he's put his feet in both boats, I think. He's with the BJP. He's also said he's with the TDP.
He will be in a soup. Chandrababu Naidu, if coming out, he will take a out and out position against BJP. Then Janasena has to decide whether to sail independently or even then join with. He cannot join because he is putting some stakes in BJP also. It will be a problem, but many people from Andhra Pradesh say that Jagan will not come back. And even before arrest, they were saying this. After arrest, it has become certain.
But Naidu is a very senior political leader who has been quite close to a lot of leaders across the country, from Mamata Banerjee to Deva Gowda, whoever it is. But when he is in jail, except for a few statements here and there, why is there really not some, even political leaders doing much bigger outcry? Has he really lost his friends so much?
Yeah, that's a strange thing. Once upon a time, he was instrumental of United Front and all that.
Exactly.
And, I think everybody is playing a safe game. This is a corruption case, 1. 2, BJP is against him. And supporting or opposing him will have an equation with BJP. So everybody is playing a safe game and don't want to take any risk.
Okay. Thank you very much for all the insights on Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Keep joining us here on the News Minute. We'll bring you more conversations on the Telangana elections. Of course, the elections are not announced yet. And when they do get announced, keep reading and keep watching the News Minute. Do become a subscriber and do support our journalism. Bye.